We have three institutions in Nigeria. I repeat, we have three institutions in Nigeria. We have the political institution, we have the religious institution, and we have the traditional institution. When it comes to insecurity, we have not seen the impact of these institutions. I repeat, when it comes to insecurity, we have not seen the impact of these institutions. When bandits attack a community, the traditional rulers run away. Traditional institution, they run away. The religious leaders, they run away. The political leaders, they are sleeping when these bandits enter this community to start killing and kidnapping. So with all these institutions we have in Nigeria, what are their impact when it comes to the Nigerian people? Tomorrow you see a traditional ruler carry his regalia, saying, I'm the chief of this community, I need respect. You see the pastors, you see Christian Assembly of Nigeria coming to say that we are this and that. But you hold positions, but you are not useful to the people when it comes to insecurity. There is a genocide being pushed. There's a propaganda being pushed by the West. Where is Christian Assembly of Nigeria? Where is the Muslim Ummah? Where are they? They are nowhere to be found. But when you come to our spaces, you see them coming to say that I am the Igwe of this, I'm the Oba of this, I'm the Oba of that. What is your usefulness to your people when it comes to security? You are the Oba, you are the chief, you are the Igwe, you are the Eze, you are the Emir. But when some ragtags come to kill your people, you cannot protect them. What is the essence of your Obaship? What is the essence of your traditional whatever it is? I told you that the system, this one Nigeria, the system we are practicing is going to destroy our institutions, and we are the mercy of foreign interference. Today, the US have designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern because of so-called Christian genocide by Islamic jihadists. We know that we have Islamic jihadists in Nigeria that are killing Christians. Their intention is to foster jihad. That is why they are called Islamic jihadists. They want to Islamize the country. So the Christian population is their target. We have these people in the country. We have our traditional rulers wearing all sorts of apparel, all sorts of clothes to show off. With your show off, why are you people not showing workings? If we come tomorrow and tell you that Khan is a has been politicized, some people will say, why are you talking to the fathers of faith? I'm not talking to fathers of faith. I'm talking about lives are being lost. Just 3 days ago, 20 people killed, hundreds of people displaced. Just yesterday, a pastor was kidnapped, 20 people, a pastor was killed, 20 people were kidnapped. And we have the Christian Assembly of Nigeria, we have a Christian body. Can prayers alone, can incantations, can whatever sacrifices alone solve this situation? These are the problems, these are the things we're asking. We cannot have our religious institutions and we are facing these problems. We cannot have our traditional institutions and we are facing these problems. The politicians have failed, the religious leaders have failed, the religious and the traditional rulers have failed. So what next is it for Nigeria? I bring to you restructuring. Restructure this country. In a normal sense, in an African society, the traditional rulers are supposed to be the powerful, the most powerful. They are saddled with the responsibility of protecting the culture of their people, protecting the heritage of their people, and protecting the history of their people, which also involves protecting their lives. But in today's Nigeria, in our constitution today, the traditional rulers are powerless when it comes to this aspect. Even there was a time we had a report in Southwest that these kidnappers or bandits, they came to a community. The traditional ruler took off. He fly fence. He escaped for his life. I thought the traditional is to protect the people. But when the people that are supposed to protect the people are the first to run away, when it comes in Nigeria today, if there's revolution, your political leaders, now them go first, carry their children, run away. Is this not a failed system if you look at it from this aspect? Now, Tinubu is facing a lot of pressure from US. a lot of internal, both internal Fulani, they face Fulani from internal, they face imperialists from external. Now, this same system that was created by the British, you are using this system to push. You don't want to think of changing the system. You want to run Nigeria by this system, and you expect progress. When Jonathan was president, he put out policies that was going to take Nigeria to the next level. The US and all of them saw it. They decided to create something, bring back our girls. All of a sudden, girls were kidnapped. There was an intel that they were going to kidnap girls, but the governor then was looking left, right, center. They kidnapped these girls. They now use the girls to play politics to remove Jonathan. Jonathan was asking for weapons from the US to fight Boko Haram. They refused giving Jonathan the weapons. The same guy that was implementing policies, although they have faults, there was corruption, but there are some policies that this guy, if he had removed that subsidy then, my brother, Nigeria will not be suffering the way we are suffering under Tinubu. But we Nigerians, we don't see the bigger picture. We just see what we can eat. If we can eat now, we are okay. We are not thinking of tomorrow or how we can form our own future. Fast forward now, Tinubu removed the same subsidy. All hell is letting loose. Tinubu is telling the US and co that we want to be independent. All hell is letting loose. In the scheme of things now, when it comes to offering and tithe and all other things, you see the traditional rulers, the religious that they come and they expect you to respect them. But what is the benefit of this when the people are under attack? What are their usefulness? I'm asking this question as a young person because I need to be inquisitive. Because I sometimes you run to come for help. Killings in northern Nigeria, can't please, what's happening, what's going on? Can't be looking at you. But they expect you to recognize that body. If you are not useful, the Bible says, if you are neither hot nor cold, I will spew you out of my mouth. That's what the Bible says. God is not a respecter of man. Whatever you see today, man are creating these institutions just to give them a sense of belonging. God is ultimate. Truth is only thing that can set you free, not Baba Deboye, not the highest preacher, or not attending a particular church, not be anointed by somebody. It is the truth that will set you free as a human being. So the truth here is that our traditional institutions have failed, our religious institutions have failed, our political institutions have failed. We need to rejig ourselves, restructure ourselves. I'm trying to do all I can to make sure that I convince you that we need to restructure Nigeria. That's what I'm doing. Because if you're not seeing it, since 1960 till now, we'll never fix any sector of our society because of the kind of system we are practicing. Some people want to die on this one Nigeria. That's why when I saw the Southwest governors doing their thing, something is coming. You people don't know. Something is going to happen to Nigeria. If you don't prepare yourself, just like, let me preach Bible since I'm talking about religion. The 10 virgins, 5 foolish, 5 wise. The wise ones planned for the future, took extra oil in their lamps, while the foolish ones were gallivanting up and down. When the bridegroom was about to come, those foolish ones, they had their oil finished. The wise ones continued with the oil they reserved, and they were allowed into the banquet hall with the bridegroom. If you're a Christian, you understand this story. So as it is, we are not planning. When I talk about my Southeast leaders, all those ones now to drink palmy, drink beer and everything, make their stomach big, make them wear red cap, make them come, they show, they say that they be chief. You people are not reading the room. You are not reading the room. After the West has given you a system that will destroy your culture, your heritage, and your history, they give you that system, and you are using that system to run. You are practicing the system. You are running. You see Benjamin Kalu. You see what he said about indigenization. See, nobody thinks about preserving his language or culture anymore. They're thinking about how they can be speaking big grammar and how they can get into tech. You see, I don't know how I can explain this thing to Nigerians. Even our professors, even our elders, all of them are carried away. So far, you're an elder does not mean it equates to wisdom. Oh. Now, our elders put us for this situation where we do. If they were wise enough, why couldn't they Why could they why could they even fight for us and liberate us? So as I'm speaking from a point of observation. Insecurity will persist because our institutions are not working. Whether I like it or not, pray from now to tomorrow. Go to Ibadan Expressway, go to your camps and start praying. The highest you and your family will be protected. But you ensuring the protection of other people. You see, you need a lot of prayers and action. A lot of prayers and action for things to work. Christian leaders are sleeping. The system has relegated our traditional leaders. That even a local government can remove a traditional ruler. A local government. A governor can rubbish a traditional ruler, an emirate, and as a chief. And over a governor can rubbish him. Play him like football. That is how the system has been created. Things that belong to us. The West introduced a system that will put it as a servant. You know, say your traditional ruler, now servant. When I told people that the Oba of Benin, if Obaseki wants to remove him, he will remove him. The constitution gives him that power to do so. If he is bent on doing so, it is because the solidarity the people have for their Oba. That is why it looks impossible. It is possible. Look at the Emir of Kano. Look at what happened to the Emir of Kano. Till now, under Abacha, and now, you see what happened with our institutions being weakened. Look at Kwara today. Where are the churches? Where are the traditional rulers in Kwara? If the people are crying now, who do they run to meet? Who do they run to meet now? They will go and meet government. Government that has today, government will work today. Tomorrow, government no go work. These are the same people that these people run to meet. So where are we going to in this country? Like, what is our plan? Is it that we just want to come and exist in life? Somebody, as a person, will just come, they born up, he chop, he grow, he go school, he finish school, he marry, maybe he find better job, he build house, he die. That's the normal life aspiration of a black man. Normal aspiration of a black man. You're not thinking of how you can see. If you keep your space well and preserve your space, you are preserving it for next generations. The African man is not talking about preserving his heritage. He's talking about surviving. That is the mentality they have given to the African man. That's what they are giving to you. You see, kings. Those days, kings used to have respect, but now kings. Ensas here, Oba of Lagos, they enter Oba of Lagos Palace, carrying staff. And we saw the staff on Gigi. Is it Gigi or this thing? Or Jumia? Like, they wanted to sell the stuff of the Oba. Do you know what it is? And that does not tell you how bastardized. I tell you. You see what politicians do? Politicians don't actually care about real politicians don't actually care about our religious and traditional institutions. They maintain these institutions for their own benefit. They know that people are like, they follow traditional rulers. People follow pastors. So if they want to do their campaign, they can use pastors to sway the minds of the people. They can use the traditional rulers to sway the mind of the people. Typical of northern Nigeria. Look at northern Nigeria. If they want to do their campaign, they will call clerics. They know that people are emotionally attached and following, and they follow their religious leaders in northern Nigeria. That is what politicians use them for. If they are not useful to these politicians, the politicians know how to deal with them. That is how useless our institutions are in Nigeria. African institutions, though, because this your democracy and whatever it is a function of the West, of your colonial masters. That's what you are using to govern yourself. So I don't see any reason. Northern Nigeria, I'm telling you once again, that it is in your hands to stop any infiltration into our space by the West, because they mean no good to anybody. They mean no good. They're after your resources and your raw materials. You have rare earth somewhere around the north. I will not even mention it. If you don't know, you should know now. They are much more interested. Our oil, they help us drill them. Our mining, they help us drill them. Major oil companies in Nigeria, you see these international companies having major stakes in our major oil companies in Nigeria. You see Oyibo, the Yahoo way Oyibo they do Nigeria. All these Yahoo boys, no matter how much you collect, as a Yahoo boy. The whole Yahoo West in Nigeria, no matter how you collect, it can't be compared to how the West is draining Nigeria. You cannot be compared. No matter how much all the Yahoo boys in Nigeria collect, till thy kingdom come, cannot be compared to how these people are using us and taking our resources. And they want to take more. There is a war between US and China. I'll repeat it so that it will get into our cerebellum. There's a war between US and China. And these rare earth materials, you can find rare materials in Africa. You know, the other time you hear about the scramble for Africa. The scramble for Africa. Imagine, say, I did my own. Some people, they fight, but they can't enslave me. I'm not connected to them. I don't have any business with them. We don't look alike. We are not from the same family. But some people are just fighting because of I have some potentials that I need to use for myself. Some people are fighting over how they can enslave me. That is what they call scramble for Africa. Other countries fighting on how they can enslave Africa. So they come here, they look at you, they study you. After they conquer Benin, they conquer Igbo, they conquer everybody. They study you. And they look at the systems of government that can be practiced. And they found a way to reach a compromise. They bring Nigeria forcefully together and they put the Fulani and Northern Nigeria as the head boy, as the caretaker. Help us look after Nigeria. They gave you a constitution that is binding you today. Tinubu has been taking bold moves to counter the influence of Western Nigeria. First, the Fulani. Second, Western Nigeria. And that's why you see all these things happening. In all this our struggle, where are our churches? Where are the mosques? Where are our traditional institutions? Where is the Isheshe? It is not coming online and say, Ogun is this, Amaja is this and that. Come and show workings. That is how relevant you are to the people. Because we will continue to ask questions upon questions. When you talk to an Oba, they say, why are you talking to an Oba like that? Don't you have respect? We need respect to be reciprocated to the people when it comes to protect the people from these bandits and terrorists. If bandits enter a community today, before you know, the first people will go run, be the Oba. Should be the one they do for Kwara. You affected the Oba. The Oba could not defend himself. The Oba could not defend his people. The Oba will be waiting for the political power that is somehow influenced by the Fulani to come and secure them while they remain. What is the essence? Those days, if you look at what happened those days, the wars fought by the Yoruba people and other ethnicities, other nations in Nigeria. It is their kings that mobilize their men to protect the village. But the Oyibo came in and they changed everything. They now put it in a central command. They will hijack it from the central command. And before you can protect your people, you need to approach the system. They will tell you it is orderliness. It is civilization. That's what they tell you. But since 1960, you have not been able to get yourself as a people. You have not done anything tangible since 1960. You are impoverished. World Bank will give Tinubu advice. Tinubu will implement them. The same World Bank will come tell us, say, Tinubu, 139 people, they are poor now. 139 million poor people now. Why is it? What? Now you tell Tinubu, implement this, implement that. He does the same thing you are saying he should do. You now come back and start saying that, why is the result like this? Say no, you be that. We cannot sit down and think for ourselves. But we just want to deceive ourselves. Let's continue deceiving ourselves. I'll keep on calling out these institutions. I've said it that there are some practices that we need to eradicate. And we need to upgrade. See, if you have something and you don't upgrade it, you see the English language. Every year they upgrade, every time they upgrade the English language. Our traditional institutions, our culture, when last have we upgraded it? Like overhaul, this practice is outdated. Let's adopt a new practice. When has the people of the community, the elders of the community, the custodians of the culture come out to look at, let's upgrade so that we can adapt to current reality. We just anything that they did olden years, that's what we're still practicing now. You cannot do something over and over again and get a different result. You always get the same result. You cannot be using Nokia 3310 and you compete with someone that has iPhone 17 or XR. You cannot compete. That is how our culture and our institutions are. We have not upgraded it. We are not telling ourselves the reality. It seems like these institutions are tools in the hands of whoever to keep the people docile, to keep the people dumb. That's the reality here. These institutions, they are used to make us look like mumu. We are so cold. Imagine a Christian afraid to die. Paul said, to live is Christ. To die is gain. We have been to church in so much ways that we cannot defend our rights as a people. We leave it for God. Vengeance is of the Lord. You think that God is fighting physical fight? The vengeance that is of God is a spiritual fight. You have to go and take action. The Bible says, faith without work is dead. Let me quote Bible for people now so that we'll not deceive ourselves. Faith without work is dead. Some people will be in church and they will be poor with all the prayers because they never took the right action. That is what is happening. When it comes to politics, Christians are like, so far as my brother, I cannot. A particular pastor during the last election said, this one is Omoibo. How can I vote for Omoibo? A Christian. You can see how the church has made us look. How the church has turned us to something else. So it's unfortunate that US is pushing Christian genocide and we don't have the Christian authorities at the forefront trying to control the narrative. Because if you leave US, it is the failure of our institutions that have made us come to this position. And if anything happens, I will put it on the political institution in Nigeria, on the religious institution, and the traditional institutions. They have failed their people. Hopefully, they have failed. There's nothing you want to tell me. If US invaded Nigeria today, let me see how let me not even talk. Because I know that if I talk now, they will say this guy don't start. Let me not talk that one. But the reality here is that if we keep on using this, if you keep on, the more we stay in one Nigeria, the more we destroy ourselves, the more we destroy our culture. I spoke to somebody. Is juju bad? And I asked the person, have you read the book of Moses, the seven book of Moses? Have you read it? Have you really done your study on Solomon? Have you done a study? You know that they had to rebrand the Bible so that it can be used. So my brother, your culture is not bad. It is how you rebrand your culture that makes it look good. The Oibo did theirs. The Jews did theirs. Everybody did theirs. May God help Nigerians.